Your heart full of hate, I can't relate. I'm in my bag, getting to the cake. I pray to God and keep my faith. I'm next to blow, but I gotta wait. He ain't talking money, don't conversate.
What's going on, my people? We're back at it again. Today this is the part of the show called Delicate Talks. Basically, I bring up a random topic with my guest and we talk about it. Today's topic is, are black and Africans two different races? And if so, why do you think so? Why or why not? Let's start over here, since you've got the notes.
Oh. Honestly speaking, genetically wise, it's the same. It's just it's a 400. How long was slavery?
About
400 years, yeah.
So it's a 400-year cultural shift. That's the only difference.
Or how I think about it, different countries, bro, they think in their language. Us, we all if we're born in the U.S., we mostly think in English. Some people in Mexico, they think in Spanish. So I'm thinking all the people that have been over here, and then their old culture already got washed through the slavery. All their people that's actually from there died. So they're in a new culture. They're gonna think American. But I feel like we're all the same. But like how they say it's a loss in roots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're really all the same.
What was the question again?
Are black and African people the same race? Are we the same people?
Well, I don't want to be that guy, but if you're going to get technical about it, black and African people are the same race. You feel me? Because race is, the physical traits that identify a group of people. So, yeah, that's why they have you heard of Afro-Latinas?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Of course, yeah.
There are black people that's from different ethnic groups.
Okay.
There's black Hispanics.
Okay.
And there's black Americans. And there's black Africans, just like how there's white Africans, like in South Africa and that.
Okay.
So, racially, yeah, we're the same race, but we just have different nationalities and ethnic groups and ethnicities. So, the different nuances in culture and society are different. And the media doesn't help at all, because, how the media portrays Africa in America is run down huts. They, all the bad things is what they show. So Americans would think, oh, we're not the same. We're better than y'all. But like he said, just that 400-year gap of separation, that's a long time. You would forget everything that your family was about if you were gone for 400 years.
Right.
So yeah,
I think we're completely different. I think we're two completely different people. Right? Here's the way I see it. Right? Well, when it boils down to the fact that we're all animals. Whether we like it or not, humans are animals. Yes? Yes.
Sure.
All right. Let's think about the dog and the wolf. All right? How did they make the dog? They took wolves away from the dogs. They took the wolves away from their wolf pack, and over hundreds of years bred them to work with the human beings.
Exactly.
And that's not we not have the common dog. We not have different kinds of dogs. Right? We got the German Shepherds, the Rottweilers, the Huskies.
Right.
Same way with the black people, right? They took them away from the Africans. Over 400 years, slavery happened. Right? We not have American black people. We not have Afro-Latinas, like you said, black Hispanic people, Mexicans that are black, Colombians that are black, Cuban, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All different kind of people. But Africans are still Africans, right? Even psychologically, black people are precursors for a lot of psychological things that, because of slavery and the things that that they went through, that we don't have. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that we're African, they don't have the same culture as us. A lot of the time, we're very different people. I don't know if you've noticed this about black people.
For sure, yeah.
We're very different people, and I don't want to get into the specifics of that because I ain't trying to fight with nobody. But we're very different people culturally. You can't, because my thing is this, right? What bothers me is I'll be a black person that wants to call themselves African when you don't know where you're from, which is, of course, again, no, it's not it's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, you don't know the culture. You don't know where you're from. You don't speak the language. You know what I'm saying? You weren't, but you can't come in. You don't know. My thing is, if more than your grandparents are removed from the culture, I don't see it as. What y'all think about basically about the first
grandparents is you still could be in touch with your roots.
Yeah, you can still no. That's what I'm saying. Past the grandparents.
So
a lot of the time, great parents. I don't think if you're because okay.
So that changes your race.
I don't think it changes.
No, the race is still the same. What we're talking about is a cultural, societal thing. Our culture. If you're African American, and you're like a Black American, your culture and your thinking, your growing up, your experience, just your life in general is going to be way different than an African that's,
okay, think about it like
has
this.
that culture still ingrained in them.
Think about it like this, right? This term black wouldn't be a thing. We would just all be called Africans if slavery had never happened. Right? So my thing is, if you are descendant from slavery, if you are where you're at because of slavery, we willingly came over here. Ain't nobody dragged us on a boat.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you are where you're at because of slavery, you are black.
But
Yeah,
that wasn't their choice.
that's I'm saying.
So why we
No,
kick
but
them
you're
out
saying
the
black.
race?
We're not.
Black is a race. Like,
I don't.
you're black.
And
No,
then-
I'm African,
If
my
a dude
guy.
pulls you over, he's
Huh?
not.
Exactly.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
First thing he's gonna be like, "That's a
Are
bad
you,
But-
sir, are you
you're on-
African American or are you black? Like, nah, B, you're
And
black.
like when you're
Yeah,
bubbling
yeah,
in, bro,
yeah.
when you're bubbling in your race, bro, they put black or African.
Yeah,
There's no
black's
way.
like
There's
African
no-
American, bro.
I don't
But
get
because
it,
that's two different things, then.
No,
That's-
then it would have
but
put
they
it
don't
in
have
one
an
bubble.
African-
No.
They don't have
Then
an
why would they
African
say
bubble,
black
bro.
/ African American?
Because
It's
that's
the same
because some people
thing.
use it interchangeably.
It's not the same thing.
That's
my
the
guy.
same race.
No, because
Black
bruh,
people,
we're
African
That is kind of
We-
suggestive though. Like I feel like because they forcing you to be American somehow. Like
Exactly.
I feel like it's just. Bro, and they tricky with the terms like that they use, bro. Like
Because-
you have to look at the actual definition.
Okay, so
because
they
like think
said-
about it,
what
like
I know.
black, right?
so it's
black.
the same thing. That's still to me, y'all know.
Yeah, because like black is not the black and African where like if you can't call yourself African or African American without knowing the culture. We know our culture, yes?
yeah.
And I understand what you're saying that it's not their fault.
That's messed up.
What are you
No,
saying?
because, hold
That's
on.
just black.
If you
This is
don't
my question. This is my
hold on,
question. So
okay.
if a
No.
black person goes and
Yes.
traces their roots and learns the culture,
That's what I'm saying.
what do you call them then?
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
still
like,
black. Their
Enlightened.
race is
No, according to
You're
him,
trying to
according
change
to
their
him,
race.
that's not
Their
it.
race is still the same. Like, black
No, it's not.
race is
according-
your physical
No,
trait,
that's
bro.
what I'm saying. I
Race
agree
isn't
with
your
you.
Yes, it is.
I
Like,
agree with you. I'm just saying.
It's
I'm
your
trying to-
origin.
I'm trying to let him think.
No,
how,
that's
like,
your ethnicity. That's
No,
your
hold
nationality.
on. Let's Google this.
Race
Hold on.
is
What?
your physical traits that identify you.
I think race does have to
which-
do with culture a little bit.
Yes,
No,
it does have to
that's
do with
ethnicity.
because
Look at the
because-
definition, though.
Because they say an ethnic group. Of
Because
people,
there
they don't say
are
a racial
people-
group of
hold on.
people.
exactly.
It's an ethnic.
Put race,
Ethnicity binds
definition.
by culture. culture
Simple way
binds
to
by
answer this:
ethnicity.
if you get pulled over in a car,
bruh, that's
the cop will be like, "Sir, black or African American?
Race-
You look black. You're black.
You're black.
race
You're black."
definition.
That's
Race
that's
Trying to
your
plot that
race.
line and what?
Physical traits that identify people based on your group they belong to. Just like how there are white people that live in Africa, that there are white Africans.
physical trace or
See?
ancestry.
Ancestry.
Or ancestry.
Exactly. So
That's
if you're
origin.
African from 500 years ago, you're still African.
Exactly.
No, because
Yeah.
you're here.
No,
because
no,
400
bro.
years of your history is here.
What you're saying is
all
that
of our, no,
bro,
hold
like,
on, wait,
what
wait.
you're saying though, like, is if I was a baby and I was born African, right, and they freeze me in a time chamber for 400 years, I'm coming out a different race when I come out the time chamber.
No. Think about this. No, think about this. For 400 years, they had to adapt to a completely different culture, an American culture.
That's okay, you
on the
said
inside,
culture, not their race.
That
Yes.
does not make. That does not strip away them being African by ancestry.
Yeah.
Literally.
No, it doesn't because their ancestors, bro.
Where are your parents from?
Are you just talking about
You know
he's
my
talking about
parents are from
socially though,
Nigeria,
not
bro.
I'm
But
talking this.
If they
Okay, so
trace-
look.
if they do ancestry DNA, bro, and they do 23andMe, whatever.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do, it's gonna trace them back to West Africa
or Ghana or
something
bro,
like that.
somewhere
So
in Africa,
they
bro.
are still
Right.
Okay,
African
but what
ancestry.
makes us African though? Isn't not
Our
just isn't
blood. What's in our
Where
our
we're
culture
from.
Our
where we're
ancestry,
from?
yes.
They're from there, they
ethnicity,
just-
culture,
Like,
But they're-
is ethnicity. It's
But
not
at this point,
ancestry.
they're 500 years removed. Now, people aren't. They're not going back there.
500
Bro,
years
okay,
old.
No,
so
no,
look,
hold
so
on, wait, hold
if
on,
you
hold on.
move
Let me-
to,
let
okay,
me-
so since you moved to
hold on,
America, right?
hold on.
Look, if your family
Hold
stays in
on,
America
hold
for
on.
400
Let me
years,
finish. Hold
are
on,
you
hold
now
on.
not African
Years
anymore?
old, girl.
If your
Hold on,
family
hold
stays
on.
in America for 400 years now,
If we stay in
and
America
your
for 400
lineage
years.
for 400 years, you're
And
African
we're not
anymore?
going back.
No, you're not African anymore.
We'll be African American then, or something like that. We're not African.
How?
That doesn't change
Because
your
like
ancestry.
think about this. Think about this.
If you're-
My little sisters were born. I'm born back home, right? So I consider myself African.
So
right?
I was born here. Am I African? Or
You're
am I
African American. You're
Why?
African American, but you're not black.
I am black.
What the heck?
Oh my god. Okay, let me finish.
People don't know the difference between ethnicity and race.
Bro, if I'm walking down the street,
I understand. There's two different terms for a reason though, because black people, they are removed, so they don't know specifically where they're from. They just know they're black.
But the two different names is not a racial thing; it's a cultural thing. It's the difference is not in how we.
The difference is not.
It's about
the difference is not real. Yeah, but like,
and because of where we're from, we act different. We move different than black people. So we can't. But
that's a cultural thing, not a racial.
But that makes us who we are, though. Does that not make us who we are?
Yeah, that's why there's a word called ethnicity.
Like fundamentally, they're not different.
Cultural
but when you see the details, like,
genetically, they have the same genes to give us pinky hair, to give us dark skin,
that's what I'm saying.
Give us. That's all black traits. The culture is different. We're the same race. Just like how Asians have different cultures. Japanese and Chinese are different cultures,
Korean,
but they're the same race.
But they're all because they're all in Asia.
Right. But
so if an Asian comes over to America,
they'll be Asian American.
Why?
No, but why don't they have a separate bubble for just African on there?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Because all black people are from Africa,
bro.
But
they
low-key,
don't know. Okay,
they put the only reason I'm saying that is because they tagged American to the African
because
American.
that's a cultural thing. They're African, but they have American culture. That's why it's African American.
That's why I said he would be called African American.
Just like how you have an African European.
Oh, that's
African Asian.
But I'm saying that's
how y'all not getting this?
I'm thinking of it because there's some people that's not citizens, but if you're a citizen, like that's where you have the bubble though, like.
Bro,
so you're American. It makes sense. Like I don't think they're different, bro. I'm just saying.
How you know?
Culturally, bro, like I understand. Yeah, like it's two different cultures. Yeah.
Duh.
But they're not different though. Like the people
we're
are
the same race.
Same
you
race.
You can't differentiate somebody that was born in America.
Are a wolf and a dog? Is a wolf and a dog the same thing?
They're both dogs. They're the same species. Yes.
No,
one is domesticated,
like,
one is not.
Like if you're doing the scientific terms, they're like carnivores. No, but they're from the same
canines.
They're the same species though. Like
species
because they're
just different.
Bro, what?
Bro,
man, I need to go back.
Did y'all not?
Bro,
pay attention to biology.
I did. My major is why.
Like a scientific name.
I don't like the actual genetic name.
Bro,
lupus,
like scientific name.
The only way you'll be able to differentiate somebody that just came from Africa and somebody that was born here is if you talk to them and you hear their cultural differences in their accents, in their thinking, in their dressing. If they were both naked, you'd be like, "Oh, these are two black people."
Okay.
Just like same thing. If you saw two Asians, you wouldn't be able to tell. Oh, he's from Taiwan. He's from unless you. Oh, how do you speak? Okay, this your language. Okay, he must be from this region. He's this race. He's an Asian man from China, or an African man from Nigeria, or you feel me? These are their races, but their cultures and ethnicities and backgrounds can be different. African, Germans. There's white Africans, Caucasian Africans. There's African Americans.
Like different prototypes.
Exactly, yeah, but the same. You feel me?
Okay, but here's my thing.
Spawned from the same beginning.
I'm not done yet. Hold on. So, my thing is this, right? They came over here.
Right.
My thing is this. The black people, the people that were removed, right, due to slavery, you know what I'm saying? My argument is this: they lost what makes them African.
No, they
How
lost
did they
their
not
culture.
lose it?
They lost their culture.
That is what makes us African.
But the culture is not the only thing that makes you African.
What else makes us African?
Your
genetics.
Your genetics. Your ancestry.
Your kinky hair.
You feel me? Like
when you glow in the sun.
Okay, how about this? If an Asian kid was born in Ajegule, Nigeria, and he was raised in the culture and he eats fufu, he speaks fluent Yoruba, is he African now?
Yes.
I would say yeah.
No, he's an Asian African. He's an
Asian
Asian Nigerian.
Asian Nigerian.
He adapted to the culture, but that adapted to the culture doesn't.
But he'll never.
You get what I'm saying?
But you're behind culture with race.
Yeah,
he got you.
Culture
and race are different.
I'm saying
he adapted his culture.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't.
He's still Asian.
I'm black.
He's still Asian.
He's still Asian.
but he would be an Asian African.
Correct.
That's why I'm so African American is good. Then.
Yeah,
Exactly.
African American. Yeah, but I'm saying African American.
You're saying that they're not African at all, but they're
that's what I'm
literally
saying.
African. By
But you said that the
genetic
Asian
buildup.
dude is.
Asian African, bro. Think about this. You proved my point. No, because think about. Hold on. An Asian African, right? You said an Asian.
what?
If he was born there, raised there, just him, though. And he starts speaking. He knows the culture and everything.
How he knows?
He would be Asian African.
He'd be Asian.
Yeah, Asian, but he's still Asian though.
He's still an Asian
African.
Asian African.
Nigerian,
You know what I'm saying?
I get it though, because it's because basically they're making it like if you could speak English, you're black or African American.
But I asked him this question: if a black person goes back to traces their roots and goes back to wherever,
Yeah, he's still African though. At the end of the day,
and learns that culture, what does that then make them? So they're now African just because they went back and learned the culture.
I don't know.
You don't have to. They finding their roots again, bro.
I just don't think. I just don't think a black person can call themselves African if they haven't put in the work to find.
There's nothing put in work to be African.
Hey, well,
You just being from a region for real, like, and just eating a certain type of food, like, and praying like a certain type.
I don't know how to speak Igbo, so that doesn't make me Igbo.
That's what I'm saying.
door.
I'm just literally.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. So we're all.
What's the verdict? What verdict do we land on?
My verdict is
My verdict is
We confused.
We are. I feel like we are the same. It's just language difference and culture difference, bro.
look. How I look at it? Every
Genetically.
African is black, but not everybody that's black is African.
I can agree on that.
Let me think on that for a second. Hold on.
Because you
said
black
every
people that's
African
Hispanic.
is black.
Yeah.
But why would we be named a term that's newer than us? Africans are newer.
We didn't give
right?
no
Wait, what?
The word black
Africans are older, is what I meant to say.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Bro,
It doesn't because
where did
like
black
it goes
come-
back to my
where
point.
did black come from?
That's what I'm saying. It only came from through slavery because they came over here or Puerto Rico, whatever. That's why would we be known?
The
but
white
look-
people that came to Africa to get us were like, let's go get these black people.
Hey, but
from
it's not
Africa because they're not white. They're black.
But
Yeah.
they
Man,
didn't
they don't know.
That's
They
what
don't
they
know
call
the
every
difference.
But
black
African,
Yeah.
okay, they don't know, but we know the difference. What I'm saying, it's not about.
Right.
It's not. We're not going according to white people paperwork. You know what I'm saying? We're going according to us. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Right. So my thing is this. But I'm talking about what you said, right? You said every African is black. Why? Why?
Because black people come from Africa.
Point blank
confused.
period.
I'm confused.
Everybody
Got your ass.
It's like if you saw a white man, right?
Yeah,
would you
African
say,
is black.
he's from England? Yeah.
because we know.
Would you be able to
every black
differentiate
person
where he's from? No, you just be, that's a white man. Not, it's a European guy. No, don't confuse him with the Australian. They not the same. No, they're both physically. Their traits are in the same group that is consistent with the Caucasian racial group. So that's the racial group that they belong to. Now, if you want to know, is this nigga from Sweden? Is he from Belgium? That's his culture, his nationality, his background, the non-physical traits that make him who he is. You feel me? What you look like is your race.
Okay, but like my thing is this, right? Even like growing up here, because I've been here for a minute. I was in the UK, and I came here. That video was distracting. And then I came here. It was a lot of bunda. Anyway, so
Stay focused. We got to stay focused.
got to stay focused, my brother. Politics before the bunda. Okay. What was I saying? That's crazy. That's
Say
crazy.
something about coming here.
Oh, okay, yeah. So what I was saying was coming here. Even a lot of the time, because I had an accent. Yeah, I had the British accent, then I had the African accent as well. Right. A lot of the time, the main people that made fun of me, you know what I'm saying, of the people of where I come from, were black people. You know what I'm saying? And they're the main ones that made and this is like a story for a lot of people. It's not a lot, especially the people that immigrated to America. They're the ones that made it feel like we're separate. So I took it. I was like, I mean, no, but like they're the ones that made it feel like we're separate people. We're like, you know what I'm saying, two different people. Like, oh, look at this guy, African booty scratcher. First back then, I was violent.
They don't understand. Like
Their
their culture was, bro. They was by themselves too. Like
Right,
we just got,
It's
we just got over here.
Niggas just came and they
That's
don't
what I'm
know
saying.
what we are.
It's like you'll talk to some black people and like they don't want anything. Even Jamaicans, you know what I'm saying, they don't want anything to do with like Jamaicans don't want anything to do with Africans. Bro.
They're basically Africans.
You mistake a Jamaican for an African.
Bro,
watch them bumble
pigeon,
bro.
What? We both speak pigeon, bro.
I know,
bro. No. You mistake a Jamaican, mistakenly call a Jamaican an African. See what happens.
I mean, maybe because
they
they're
got the
Jamaican,
same
they're their own.
Yeah, they're the same thing. Yeah,
they're deeply rooted in their own culture. And
yeah,
so I see why. You feel me? And
yeah.
they get mistaken for.
I feel like they're still African
because they look the same kind of different. You know, like black people and African people, we look different. If you like hung out with enough Africans, you did. No. If you hung out with enough Africans, you'll see. You've never noticed that.
I mean,
you'll see some people. Yeah.
Because because they have their race mixed in with like white people too. Because slave masters and stuff
was out here wilding. Yeah,
I was like
tripping.
So my point was
I used to get confused to be like, oh, you're African? I didn't know you're African. I'd be like, oh,
I mean, it's not. Okay, yeah, for sure. But like my point of saying that was Jamaicans look the same kind of different as like if you see a Jamaican, you'll be like, I would think, oh, you look African because he looks different. You know what I'm saying than other black people or whatever. So I'd be like, oh, you, and then bro, because I work at a fast food place, right? I was like, oh, bro, you African? The way I got cursed out in patois.
Maybe that's dumb, but
no, because even the girl I dated, bro, she literally didn't like that. She didn't because like when she told me like several stories, but like I said, like they look different, right? So she'll tell me stories about African dudes coming up to her and be like, "Oh, are you African or whatever?" She get pissed. And this is not,
I get it, but it's because like
it's Jamaican specifically.
If you get Asians, like how we said, Asians, like you don't know if it's from China or like if they're Japanese or like where they are. So it's like the same thing, but like we are all African at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, yeah.
Literally,
I don't know.
That's crazy.
This is a weird.
But just imagine, like, how different you think the world would be if those 400 years of separation never happened.
Nigga.
That would be crazy.
Nigga.
But at the same time, though, I feel like it had, not that it had to happen, but like anyway, Africans was gonna be everywhere anyways. You know what I'm saying? Now we all over it just helped, yeah.
But
yeah. I feel like we was gonna be everywhere anyways. We all.
But there wouldn't be that like racial, like, you feel me?
It would, yeah.
Because there wouldn't be you were slaves and
I mean, really, it comes from the white people, bro. Because I don't really care about race all that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that I'm like, oh, he's white. You know what I'm saying? It really comes to like the white people oppressing them. We have to, or we have to retaliate. We have to be like, oh, we stay away from, you know what I'm saying? This and that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's more on the white people. And they caused it, and we're just like,
they're really prisoners of war, but that's a whole for a whole other day, bro.
And let's not even talk about the light skin versus dark skin fights. But in my middle school, oh my god, everywhere. Light skin versus dark skin people. I'm in the middle, so I don't even know where.
That is a middle school thing. Yeah, because I remember in middle school we used to talk about that, and then when you get older, you just stop caring about it.
I felt bad because I didn't know where to be in. I was just
that
like,
shit always been stupid to me.
Life is not even about like, bro, what race you are, man.
True.
Everybody be struggling the same, man.
True, but my wife got to be African though.
True.
She got to be.
I can support that, but that's
and we're going to the village.
I'm not going to be eating lasagna.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want somebody that be like, let's make okra soup. She's like, what's okra?
Salad.
No.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm a wither away.
I'm a wither away.
Bro, because if I say I want some goosey
put cheese and everything.
Hold on, like, if you don't know how to cook that, that's tough.
Get out of here. What are we doing? Like, the country, I don't really care. Like, she could be, it's like, I know some Swahili, you know what I'm saying? But Mambo, Koje, we're in Rainbow Sana, you know what I'm saying? Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting prepared. We got 200 million women, you know what I'm saying, that be speaking that Swahili. So, yeah, I got to be prepared.
You said Swahili?
Swahili? Oh, yeah. Come on, Koje. You know what I'm saying? Koje is like, how you doing?
Boy, look, he's
so, like, I don't care what country she's from specifically, except Ivory Coast. She can't be from the Ivory Coast. We're not going to talk about that.
This dude.
Crazy. I have a coworker that's like wearing, because she's going to be on your head.
They're devils. the demonic entities.
Who?
And
From
after these messages,
from Satan's Reeves. All right,
Say
so
who?
Ivory Coast people and Malawi.
I don't know nothing about.
I'll talk to you about it afterwards. There's a reason behind my
I do
thing.
not support prejudice.
I'll talk to y'all after this. But thank y'all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to tune in. They'll be back here next week by God's grace. Thank y'all so much for watching. Let us know where we can find y'all.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at _HTX Chino. That's CHINO. Another underscore on the end of that. Check out my music. Got bangers coming out.
Yes, sir.
Woo.
Yes, sir.
Yo, it's your boy Iffy. So man,
So
big IFE. Y'all tune in with me. Same thing and everything, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for me, it's Civil Not Civil, SIVLE. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Like he said, new music coming out. We just dropped the tape. Go fuck with that.
And y'all are gonna see it right here, guys. You know,
Make sure y'all tune in with Afro Bars.
yes, sir. Y'all can find me on Mr.Delicacy. Yes, I am the African Fanta guy. You can find me on TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram. All Mr. Delicacy. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you all later. Peace.